Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Steph, and if you're not new, thanks for coming back. In today's video, we will be transforming this under the stairs area from a children's play den to an office area for myself. I am still recovering from laryngitis, so if my voice decides to give out halfway through this, then it will just be the original audio. However, while doing this video, my whole family was home, and so it was very noisy background, so I'm hoping that is not the case. As you can see, Lily was helping me to tidy the den area and to sort out all the toys and declutter. A lot of these toys went upstairs to her bedroom, which is one of the reasons that I did Kai and Lily's bedroom first before doing this area. This was filmed a couple of weeks ago. And then some of the toys were decluttered. So the toy wooden rocket ship and the pink unicorn chair, they go away, and the toy kitchen and the baby things go upstairs, and then the Peppa Pig playhouse, that also is donated. Actually, no, sorry, I think that was actually sold on Facebook Marketplace. Also, it is actually my birthday today, so happy birthday to me. I am 33 and yeah, I thought I will quickly fit in this voiceover while my younger children are at their football practice, and then this afternoon we're going out for a carvery, which should be really nice. I apologise to anybody that doesn't really like the flickering lights, because obviously at the moment in the den that is the only source of light, is these flickering lights, but I don't think it should cause any photosensitivity for anybody. But if you do have an issue with it, then I think if you flick to about halfway through this video, then they're no longer there. So I do take the lights down, we clean and paint this area, and then we put everything in it. Since doing this as well, I've also added some other things into the area. So when you see me do general house tidying, you'll kind of see more of a finished result, but the end result of this is really, really satisfying, especially if you're a girly girl. So I'm not a girly girl usually, but I'm really loving pink right now. I don't know what it is, just, I don't know, pink is in. And so this area I end up painting pink, and I think it goes really well with the navy that is the rest of the haul. So you guys will get to see that. I'm very excited. I absolutely love the area. I've been sitting in it most days to do my studying and working from home and things like that. And so yeah, so what we're doing right now is, it's been a while since this den area was actually properly tidied, so all of the toys were not put in the correct places, and so I'm having to sort them out as we go. Lily was a little reluctant to let go of toys, as most children are, but the things that we let go of are genuinely things that she has not played with, like hardly at all, since getting them. So for example, this toy rocket ship, Lily got this, I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, but basically 2 days before her birthday, or the day before her birthday. I don't know why we did this, because this is a silly thing to do. We'd already bought all her birthday presents based on things that she liked and all of that stuff. But a couple of days before her birthday, we said to her, like, I think we were just trying to hype her up for her birthday, you know, and we were like, oh, so what are you hoping to get for your birthday? And out of absolutely nowhere, she asked for a rocket ship. And so cue full panic mode, because this was the first of us ever hearing any interest in space or rocket ships or anything. We have no idea where she got the notion from. And so we were like, okay, panic mode, because we obviously hadn't gotten her a rocket ship. But we actually got this from Facebook Marketplace, and my husband went and picked it up at like 10 p.m. the night before her birthday. And so when we would go to playgroup, Lily was always really interested in the toy kitchens at the playgroup. And so that's what I had got her for her birthday, was the toy kitchen, and I was really excited to show her it. And then when we took her, like, we converted this little den area for her, because originally it was Kai's den area, but he doesn't really play with toys as much anymore. And so we converted this into her little den area, and on her birthday we took her in, and I was so excited to show her, you know, the toy kitchen. And then I was like, so Lily, what did you get for your birthday? And she was just like, rocket ship. And she had no interest whatsoever in the toy kitchen. I was a little bit heartbroken. My husband sitting there all jammy, like, yay, I got that. Because I wasn't really going to get her the rocket ship. But he was like, oh, but it's the one thing she's asked for. And I was like, we've already finished shopping. But we literally got it for £10, so it wasn't an issue. Here I am doing some DIY stuff. But for the record, I take out these shelves, and no, I do not fill in the holes. We're not at that level of DIY. Just take out the shelves, hoover the floor. At the moment, the toys that have been taken upstairs, even though this was a few weeks ago, the toys that have been taken upstairs, I have not tidied that room. I need to tidy the room and reorganize it and make sure all the toys fit in properly, especially because later this month it is Lily's birthday, and then obviously it is Christmas, and so we need to go through everything and see if everything is needed to be kept. So far for birthdays and Christmas, they're not really going to get very many toys. We're looking more for like craft things and Pokemon related things and football related things, because that's kind of their interest, and they have enough toys that they don't really play with. I don't know why, but children these days, well, that was a little different from the usual phone notification. That was actually my daughter phoning me from upstairs. Does anybody else's children do that? It's not like I even live in that big of a house. By the way, even though it's my birthday today, I'm in such a grumpy mood because I woke up to my two youngest children just fighting so much. They are just clashing heads right now. And then my oldest daughter, I had asked her to make me some toast for my breakfast, because usually, you know, it's your birthday, you get breakfast in bed. I was already out of bed, but I did want to have some toast with my tea, and you know, that took a lot of persuading for her to do that, and I've just felt like my children are against me today. But no, I got some lovely presents. We're going out for a carvery this afternoon, and I am very grateful, but oh, motherhood, children, just give me strength. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, children these days just don't, at least in my house, don't really seem to play with toys very often. So many times I have to tell them, you know, come off your computer, or like go and play with actual physical toys, or go and play together. And I don't know if it's just the age group, the age difference between them, or what, but yeah, they're just not really into the toys. And so I'm going to mute my phone. 1 second. It's very disruptive. My phone is actually going off more than normal because I'm actually getting birthday wishes, which is quite fun. Yeah, I'm not going to carry on ranting about children, even though it's been a week, guys. So obviously I've had laryngitis. My voice came back on Thursday, but my throat is still really sore. And then I did not sleep well last night. Just my hips and my back and all of these things is just really hurting. I think it's because I was at another Pokemon tournament yesterday, and it's quite a long time to sit, and so I think that's been the problem. So I'm just feeling grumpy today. It's one of those days. But yeah, I got a lovely colouring book and one of the books off my wish list, and some Pokemon cards for my collection and some lovely things. And I got money off my mother-in-law, which I'm going to use to buy some new dungarees. Does anybody have any brands of dungarees that they recommend? So I already have a couple of pairs from Lucy and Yak. And I was at a soft play area a couple of weeks ago, and there was a woman there, and she had a lovely pair of dungarees, and I asked her where they're from, and then immediately forgot what she said. And so I've tried to look it up, and I can't really find it. I thought I would recognise it if I've seen it, but honestly, it's completely out of my head. I have no idea what brand it was that she said, but they were really nice, because I really like the Lucy and Yak dungarees, but they're so expensive. And then also I want the thicker dungarees, and preferably with patterns. So that's my plan, is that's what I'm going to use my birthday money on. So what I'm doing now is I have taken the fairy lights off. Madison would like them for her room. And then I'm now fitting LED lights. I got these LED lights from Amazon, and they stick directly to the wall. Now, I've never tried to, like, I have these kind of lights, not these exact same ones, but I have these kind of lights on the ceilings of a lot of the bedrooms in my house and on the living room. And I've never actually tried to take them off, but I'm pretty sure it is going to rip the paint or the wallpaper or whatever when I take it off. So I was very disappointed that within a day of having these LED lights off, the colours are already not the correct colours. So with the LEDs that I have in the bedrooms, after they'd been up a couple of months and been on quite a few times, the colours started changing. So if you put it on blue, some of them might be orange or green, like just some random ones. This literally happened the first use of these. So I'm kind of kicking myself for not testing them out before sticking them to the wall. But it's fine, they work. That's Madison adjusting the camera. So I think at this point my family had gone out and it was just me and Madison, and she was sitting chatting to me, which, you know, when you've got a teenage daughter, you kind of relish those moments when they're like, they actually decide to talk to you. Usually happens at bedtime. But anyway, on this occasion she had gotten like a virtual reward thing from the school for a piece of writing that she'd done in her, I think her English class. And so she was telling me all about it. It was really good. And then she's quite excited for this office area. Well, first of all, she was a little bit upset because at some point I had said to her, which I don't have any recollection of this, but at some point she had says, when Lily no longer uses that den, can I have the den to like hang out with my friends? Which, by the way, like Madison is taller than me and so are all her friends. Like they're not fitting in this area. But anyway, and I must have agreed. But I have no, like I said, I have no recollection of this, but I do feel a little bit bad because she says, you said I could have this area next. And obviously I have commandeered it for myself. But to be fair, you know, this house is a family house and pretty much all the spaces are family spaces. So it's nice for me just to have my own little space for my work and things. And the office that we, you know, we're renting for 5 free cleaning, we can't afford to keep that on. We weren't really using it to its full abilities. And one of the things with me is I just genuinely struggle to leave my house. Like I like being in the house. And so having an office space in the house is a lot better for me than having to leave the house to go to an office space. So that's why I've done it like this. Sorry, I would have paused that there to then yawn instead, but I didn't. So this is the pink that I chose, and yeah, once you see it going on, I really like it. I think I asked you guys, you know, do I need to do anything specific to cover up this black chalk paint? But I didn't really have to do anything. I didn't go in with a primer. I think this paint that I was using has like a built-in primer. And then usually when I paint, I do go in with tape and do all that first. But this was a very spur of the moment thing. You know, I had said originally that I wasn't going to do this until like the Christmas holidays or when I had more time, and I was going to wait until I like didn't have assignments and all of that stuff. And really I should have been sitting doing my assignments at this point. This was before like I had all those deadlines. But my brain self-sabotages me, and instead of sitting do the assignments, all I could think about was I need to get the office transformation done. I need to do that because I had all the stuff sitting there. I knew I was going to be having a Halloween party and needed to get all the stuff that was sitting in my living room out because that is all part of an online business that I'm doing. So I had to have that all put into this space. And just really, it was stressing me out that this needed done. And even though I was trying to not be impulsive and just like get everything else that was like a higher priority done first. I think I talked about this a little bit in the last video, that it's hard for me to like prioritize and things. And so I just could not like sit and do my work because the whole time that I was sitting trying, I was like, oh, I should be doing this. And I was just restless. Like, I was so restless. And so then I just got up and did it. And I started this on Saturday morning and it was finished by Sunday. So I had done several coats of the paint throughout the day. I think altogether I did do about 4 or 5 coats of paint, but that's not a reflection of the paint. It's just because I'm really not that good at painting. Watching it back, it looks like, oh, I'm okay, I'm pretty good, but I'm actually so bad at painting. It ends up really patchy. I don't do it thick enough. Lots of people have told me lots of different reasons why I'm not very good at painting, but I was so proud of myself once this is done. It looks really good. I was really happy with it. I managed to get it all done myself. I did apparently sit in on the paint lid and got paint all over my trousers, and now it's on the floor. Just FYI, you cannot wash this kind of paint off of vinyl flooring. So I got a rug instead. I got a rug and covered up the paint that's on the floor. But yeah, I'm so in love with the space. Honestly, I know I keep saying that, but I am so in love with the space. I'm excited for you guys to see the end result. Oh, this was the part where Madison was sitting chatting to me. So the reason she's got her phone here is she is going to read out. Sorry, that was Xander shaking. Remind me to circle back to Xander in a second. But yeah, so she was sitting here and on her phone she was reading out the piece of work. So Xander, I'm over here doing a voiceover, excuse you. So Xander has a cone on right now because he went to the groomer and unfortunately the groomer cut his nail too short, or like must have cut him while cutting his nails. And I don't think the groomer actually noticed, because when my husband picked him up, he was bleeding all over the place basically. And so he dressed the wound and he's been to the vet, and we have to keep him from like licking it and things. So he's got a cone on, which he's not very happy about. He's currently sitting on me, so you're probably going to hear more background noise. But yeah, so poor Xander is in the wars. It's been a week for everybody. So Lily has had a sickness bug. I've had laryngitis. Xander's hurt himself. Madison is now not feeling great. Yeah, I'm just hoping the boys don't get ill, because I really need to go to uni next week. That's been about 2 weeks that I've not really been going into classes for various different reasons. And I really need to go into my classes this week, or I'm going to get in big trouble. So as you can see, this is the first coat, and even the first coat covered it quite well, considering I'm going from a really dark blue and a black to like a really light pink colour. I think the coverage was really good. And this has now had 2 or 3 coats on, and I think this is the next day. Feel like, yeah, it must be because it's light. So yeah, this is the next day, and I'm just kind of getting the next couple of coats of paint on. I thought one more coat would be enough after this, but there was still some patchiness, so I think I did like 5 coats altogether. But yeah, and the colour is so good. Right now I've actually got my nails done as well, so I have like a pink sparkly nail colour on to match the office. So let me tell you a little bit about my work from home job. Oh, first of all, do you see what I mean about the lights? You see how a bit of them is pink and a bit is green? So frustrating. Like, they're not supposed to do that. I really should have got my money back for these lights, but then I thought I might have to. I hate doing returns, and I thought I'd maybe have to return them. I thought that would damage the wall because, like I say, I've stuck it down. Anyway, so my business plan is, obviously I don't like leaving my house and I need to earn money. YouTube is hopefully going to be a source of income for me, as well as I would like to get into the research field for psychology and do that preferably from home if I can. Even if it is just doing, my own research and having it validated by peer reviews and publishing books or whatever. I haven't really decided. I would like to use my degree. I also want to use it practically to actually help people. But I do want to, earn an income from home. So I have started an online shop business, and this is what all of this stuff was in my living room a couple of weeks ago. And somebody had commented on that video and says, oh, you have too much stuff, you need to declutter. But that a lot of this stuff was stock, and that's why it was all in my living room, and that's why I needed this space to keep it in. And so the online business is it's called Fun Scoop, and the website should hopefully be live this afternoon. And it is UK only, unfortunately, because I looked into the shipping to America and the rest of the world, and right now it is just not feasible because it is quite cheap products that I sell, and so the profit margins are not worth it for how much shipping would cost and customs charges and things. But basically it is a mystery scoop business, so people would buy a scoop, and then you scoop charms, and each charm corresponds to a different item, and it's like a surprise box of gifts. So if that is something that any of you would like to buy as a gift, if you are in the UK and Northern Ireland, then check out my website. I will try and remember to link it in the description. I also sell bookish boxes, which are boxes that have like notebooks and book accessories, which are great gifts for book lovers, which, as everybody knows, I am a book lover, so that is my favourite part of the business. But yeah, so this is kind of my idea for earning some income from home while I'm finishing my degree and navigating YouTube. And so I think it's always better to have multiple income streams. This is my little desk, and yeah, just look how cute is this. I was honestly so excited. I do need to try and get a more, I don't know if ergonomic is the right word, but I do need to get like a nicer chair. I kind of slowed this bit down, but I'm just gonna take out the original audio. But yeah, I was so excited to be sitting in my little space. I now sit here when I have uni work to do, and whenever I have like YouTube editing and things, I spend a lot of time in this little office space now, and I love it so much. It's amazing. And yeah, I have added some other things since doing this video. I've added a rug and some more storage because I have more inventory. And yeah, it's just this, I'm so very proud of this little space. I'm not the best person at DIY, and I managed to get all of this done in basically a day. So this is what a perfect example of productive procrastination, which is where you put off things that you need to do by doing something else that is productive. Like I say, this was a few weeks ago. The entire house is a bit of a mess right now, and I do have lots of footage to share with you. So Wednesday's video will be a whole house clean, which I did just before Halloween in preparation for my Halloween party. This is all footage I was supposed to share with you last week, but obviously because I didn't have a voice, I wasn't able to share it. But thank you so much for joining me in this video and watching my office transformation. I hope it has been fun for you to watch. I know it's not my usual kind of content, and if you do like this content, please like and share and subscribe and comment and all that jazz, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.